When I hear about Raw Roulette, I don't feel like it was 10 years ago, but it was an interesting concept where a wheel would spin and determine what the superstars got into that night. So let's take a look at Raw Roulette's most interesting match. The wheel was introduced in 2002 as a way to add that extra point of interest for Monday Night Raw. The concept was simple. The wrestler would do whatever. Match was determined. Any match from a steel cage to a bra and panties match. Before the video completely starts, I want to set a setup for this. I'm going to talk about the classic matches that came from Raw Roulette in the first part of this video, and then go talk about the best one-off matches like the only blank, and then the best comedy matches. Let's get into it. On the Raw October 7, 2002 episode, the first Raw Roulette match took place, and like I mentioned earlier, the steel cage match was one of the matches, and yes, the first ever match was Booker T and Big Show in a steel cage match. Big Show was in control for most of the match. He tossed Booker into the cage. Big Show got on the right side of the ropes and Booker T took advantage with the kick. Big Show got wobbly and bent over on the ropes. He hit him with the giant scissors kick and started to catch him speed. Against all odds, Booker T came back and escaped the cage. Then Chris Jericho attacked him, but we're here to celebrate Booker T.
You dig it, sucker! You gotta see that. The spinneroonie, sucker!
Lita versus Victoria in a steel cage match. Women in WWE nowadays often steal the show, like Bianca Belair at SummerSlam. Faking her injury back in the day though, girls would get like one match per show and were mainly there to attract people to the show. In Raw Roulette, it was every possibility for the women to get a match like the men. So after going out to the ring and making her entrance, Lita was warned that the spirit of Raw Roulette would continue and the wheel would be spun by the women's champion, Molly Holly. It landed on a steel cage, and for the first time ever, the first ever women's steel cage match happened. Victoria made her entrance, and right off the bat, Lita started tossing Victoria everywhere. She was in control for most of the match, with Victoria also getting some of her moves in. Victoria won the match at the end of it, and it was an entertaining match. I would definitely suggest you watch it. It's a quick watch, and a pretty big part of WWE history. John Morrison versus Sheamus in a false count anywhere match. The stakes for this match were high as Morrison had the stipulation that if he won, he would be added to the WWE Championship main event at Night of Champions. The match started fast with a quick roll-up. The match even went to the barricade. Sheamus at one point threw John off the stage and he landed it. John hit a kick on Sheamus and Sheamus once again took over. Morrison then jumped off the stage like a maniac and was about to get the win. At least maybe. And Chris Jericho got involved and Sheamus won the match. One-off matches. Through the years of Raw Roulette, there were some very interesting matches on the wheel, like the pillow fight match, which the wheel actually didn't land on. In 2003, however, they gave Randy Orton his Legend Killer match. Orton went out to the ring and got a legend in the form of a former veteran, Sergeant Slaughter. The former Iran supporter put up a fight and was looking in fantastic shape. They traded moves. Randy though hit the RKO on him, and that was it. Randy kept on the attack, but RVD made the save. It was an interesting match and a great example of a one-off match that actually solidified Randy further. Comedy matches. Comedy. It's something everyone likes for the most part. When things get intimate on a Friday night, you put on comedy. When you want to make a baby laugh, you do some comedy. And when tensions are high, you ease it with comedy. So it's only natural WWE had some of these matches. Comedy matches get the main event spot on this video because, well, this is what the concept was all about. Hurricane was backstage and he was getting ready to spin the wheel. This is after teleporting in. The wheel landed on this. Yeah, Capture the Dwarf is definitely a unique one, but Hurricane, to his credit, before someone gets canceling him, asked what would happen if he refused. After hearing what would happen, well, throughout the night, there were scenes of the Hurricane chasing a man named Fernando. As Jim Ross and Lawler were commentating, the Hurricane came out and the dwarf ran onto JR's lap. Yeah, at the end of the match, Jim Ross won, who wasn't even a part of the match. But a win is a win. It's legal in Nevada match. One match where Jerry Lawler won a ride on the Godfather's train. This is what it looked like at the end of the match. Honestly guys, I really enjoyed making this video. It was cool to look back at the concept that was Raw Roulette. There wasn't a whole lot to talk about, but these were the highlights in my opinion. Let me know what kind of content you want to see next. Like, subscribe, and comment. Do anything on my channel popping. Peace out.